Hey everybody, it's Andrew Ebeyer here again with today's video, and in this video we are going to go over understanding the game. And what we're going to cover is the basics of Forex psychology and how understanding the psychological game is going to give you the best chance possible to become a full-time trader. And the first section of our course is psychology, and we teach it first for a reason. Because it's the most important. I mean, maybe it's like just as important as everything else, but the thing about it is that it happens to be overlooked by a lot of traders, and it's really the least discussed topic amongst new traders. They're really just focused on the market and what pairs are going to move and what's happening without considering the psychology. So we put it at the beginning. So if you skip this part, like, good luck. We will most likely be like fielding questions from you about certain things in the market. But just remember, this is set up to give you an advantage. So you really want to go over this stuff. Don't just skip over the boring psychology part, okay? And in this video, we're going to go over beliefs and misconceptions that traders bring to the market, as well as how a failing trader thinks and acts, because that's important to know. So you can just do the opposite of that. And then we'll show you how to bring the right mindset to the market. And we're going to ensure that you're able to beat other traders using a strong psychological advantage. So psychology is so important because, look, the truth in trading is that every single person trading makes up the market. So people make up the market. And each one of those individuals in the market enters a trade thinking that he or she is going to win. Because think about it, you wouldn't enter a trade unless you thought you were going to win that trade. But here's the thing, is that it's impossible to do that. Like, not everyone can win in trading, because you have to understand that trading is a zero-sum activity. And what that means is that in order for you to make money, you have to take it from another trader. In order for you to make money, you have to get it from somebody else, and vice versa. If you lose money, you're giving your money to a different trader. So time and time again, people are entering the market believing they're going to win, but most simply don't, and they get pummeled in the marketplace. And this is important because, look, professional traders will intentionally manipulate new traders so that they can take their money. They'll take their emotions and use them against new traders. So the harsh reality about trading is that it's really one of the biggest mind games that you'll ever face. And most people simply don't care to ever conquer their emotions or take trading seriously. And this is a big part of why people fail at trading and never end up making it. And it's totally messed up, because the constant search, like, for a holy grail educator or this holy grail indicator that just tells you perfectly every time when to enter and when to exit the market, it doesn't exist. And you need to know, yes, obviously you need to know how the market moves and everything like that, but the key to being a successful trader is that it comes from inside. It comes from you. It comes from your willingness to understand your psychology and understand the market. And a lot of people get sucked into these like rags to riches stories. That's a lot of like marketing and stuff like that. And it's clever marketing, and it's good. It gets people inspired. And look, it's by no means impossible to do well very quickly. Don't get me wrong on that. But for most people, it takes at least 2 to 6 months to even really start to learn trading thoroughly enough to give it a real shot. And so, like I said earlier, it's the expectations that traders bring to the market that gets them in trouble. And it's an obstacle that they put in front of themselves that they shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to overcome something from the very start, which is your expectations. And how that hurts you, how those expectations hurt you, is because, like, you underestimate how long it takes to get good at trading. you underestimate how easy it is to master, and you underestimate the rate of which you can drastically change your current situation. So you began trading because you're in situation A and you want to get to situation B, whether that be more money, more time, more freedom. And you think, if I start trading, I can get there in 1 month. It might happen for you, I don't know. It probably won't though. There's a process, it's the cause and effect that has to take place before that happens. So as humans, like, we really are wired to think that we're better at things than we actually are. And look, I know for a fact that I know for a fact this is true because I'm the same way. Like, and I thought this when I first got into trading. I was like, oh, I'm so smart, I can shortcut this process. I don't have to do any sort of back testing or journaling or, learn about psychology. I thought, I don't need to manage risk because I'm not gonna be wrong. I might be wrong 1 out of 10 times. So I can just really, get this thing going and pump money into it, not manage risk, not learn psychology, not really learn how the market moved. And really, like, this lonely hero going against the odds, desperado attitude is gonna get you killed. Like, it's not magic. Like, you can't just open up a trading account and then magically know how to do it. It just doesn't work like that. So really what we're trying to do is to get you to understand that we are laying forth a plan for you, a plan that has worked for us and that we have used on other traders that is going to work for you too. If you follow the plan and you understand what it takes to get there, if you understand the cause and effect relationships. So most people fall victim to this quick money, get rich thing unless they were fortunate enough to either be born into a trading family, or someone like yourself be set up from the beginning with an educator who stresses the importance of psychological factors in the market, because it is so important. It is vital for you to be a successful trader. And I got lucky because both of my parents were in finance. My dad was in lending, and my mom does agricultural loan review for international banks. So she's constantly reviewing markets, constantly doing things like this. So from a young age, I learned the psychology behind like fear and greed and money, and it never has, like, it just doesn't faze me like it would faze other people. So I had an advantage, and I understood this getting into the market. That's why I'm trying to pass that advantage on to you guys here. And that's a big reason why Market IQ was started, was to fight these misconceptions, these signal givers, these false educators who just teach these strategies that don't even work. They're working for the broker. We started this because we knew that it was imperative to teach you not only how the market moves, but the psychology behind that. So we've developed a hierarchy. It's a 5-step hierarchy that starts with knowledge, mindset is the second, skill set is third, money is fourth, and freedom is fifth. Most educators are going to focus on number 4 and number 5, which is the money and the freedom. That gets people in the door, it gets people excited, it builds up expectations. However, we are saying right now, knowledge is the most important, then mindset, then skill set. So with the knowledge, that's what you're doing now. You're learning the psychology, you're gonna learn how the market moves, you're gonna learn how to manage risk. Then it's your mindset. Your mindset is very much linked to the psychology and your expectations going forward. Skill set, we're gonna give you practice examples. We're gonna give you things that you can do to build the skill set. It's just like being a professional athlete. The more you throw the ball, the more you shoot free throws, the more game film you study, the more prepared you are, the more you know your opponent, the better you're gonna be. That's why it's so important. And once you have the knowledge and you have the mindset and you've honed your skill, then you can start making money. And after you start making money, you will have the freedom. But it doesn't come until you do the first 3 things, until you gain the knowledge, get the mindset, and build the skill set. So, at all costs, you cannot allow yourself to wear the failure uniform as a trader. And here's what the failure uniform looks like. It's a trader who is impatient, who has a get-rich-quick attitude. They would rather have trades given to them instead of understanding how the market moves and seeking out trades for themselves. They're willing to lose hundreds, if not thousands of dollars trying to make money, but they're unwilling to pay for any sort of education to learn how to do it. They blame losses on the market. They take losses personally, and it makes their ego go crazy because their ego gets insulted. The failure uniform includes being over leveraged and risking too much money too quick in the market. Yeah, a lot of people will give up after losses and take trades without doing your own analysis. Those are surefire ways to make sure you're not going to make it in Forex, okay? And odds are, and it's odd enough that, trading psychology, like I said earlier, it's such a component to trading, but no one ever talks about it. And it's easy to understand why. It's that whole cause and effect relationship, and this is so crucial. That's why we keep going over it, is just to set the expectations with you now, so that moving forward, you don't get, so that you don't get 3 to 4 months down the road or a month down the road, and you think, man, I'm not really understanding this, or like, this is taking me a while to get, and that's perfectly normal. Most people are in and out of the market within 3 months, and that's not even enough time to learn how to do it, honestly. Quite honestly, it's not. We're streamlining that for you, and you should be able to get it going within a month, 2 to 3 months, but still, that's like the minimum, and that's the time that most people have blown their accounts and they quit trading. And once you've reached that threshold of consistency, that's when you start scaling it up and really start making money with it. So just really understand that if it takes you a while to learn about the markets and psychology and risk management, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. We're here for you every single step of the way. So don't, feel free to ask questions and talk about these things with us, because we want you to be successful.